the leadership of the head of the dragon in their day that was overthrowing their nation. You also have a situation with Elijah when he had a contest with the priests of Baal and his 2 sacrifices. Immediately after the priests of Baal lost and God showed that he had chosen the God Israel and that he was the God of Israel and that Jehovah was the true God, Elijah immediately went down and killed the priests of Baal. He had them executed at a brook of Kidron, I believe it's what it's called. But it was a brook. He took them down and immediately executed them. Now, the Bilderbergers, I'm not advocating that. What we need to be able to do in conjunction with you bodyguards, you guys didn't sign up to guard a bunch of pedophiles and uphold them and be wicked. You know that. You see your leaders. You see the Bilderbergers. You know what they're like, and you know their tastes and their deviances for natural behavior. So you need to be able to step back and say, you know, I need to cooperate with the people, and we need to have this conversation together to be able to shut this down. You know, we need to find, if they hold it at a place like St. Moritz again, okay, let's say that the Bilderbergers choose another site like St. Moritz that you have to drive into, you can't fly out of. That's great, because if we get a few thousand guys there cooperating with the bodyguards, going in, arresting the people, arresting the Bilderbergers themselves, we're not going to execute them. We're not going to put them on trial. We're just going to hand them back to their home countries. We're not going to stand trial. Confiscating all their Palm Pilots and iPads and iPods and computers and books and all of their media so that we can actually have some real Nuremberg-like trials. We need to have some more international trials. We need to have trials at the international level. But more importantly, you know, you individuals, you national sovereigns in the United States, we just need to find the Bilderbergers that are United States citizens and bring them back here and put them on trial. Rick Perry, he attended Bilderberg. He's about to run for president of the United States. Hillary Clinton, it looks like Barack Obama. Bill Gates, you know, it's not just politicians, which, you know, it's not just the politicians that are, it's corporate leaders, which is, it's illegal. It's no problem if the president of China comes over here and says he wants to meet with our president and we know that they meet behind closed doors. That's not a problem because we know that meeting's occurring. We know what the results of that are going to be. But for them to go and hide in a secret country, a secret location, and meet in secret with corporate leaders is perfectly illegal. And we need to know what they're doing. So we need to be able to, you know, get together. And you Bilderbergers, I mean, do you want to go through this? Do you want to be hunted down by the authorities of different nations? Because this isn't going to go in your favor. Men like me, I'm just a regular guy, but there's so many men like me now that are finding their testicles, that are going to have serious problems, that are intellectual. I'm just as smart as you. I'm a much better person. I'm obviously better looking than many of you. You know, politics is Hollywood for ugly people, and you're proof of that, Bilderbergers. But, I mean, we don't want to be, you've got your billions, you've got your trillions, retire. That's my advice to you is quit while you're ahead. Quit while you're ahead, Bilderbergers. Please, just quit while you're ahead. You've got your billions, you've got your trillions, you've heisted some islands, you've got your retreats, you've got your resorts, you've got your homosexual or you know, your gay porn star prostitutes and so forth and so on, and you've got your thing. You're doing your thing. We're not going to allow you to establish the kingdom of Satan on earth. I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. We're not going to allow you to establish the hell on earth. It's not going to happen. Men like me are reasonable. You cannot stand against men. I'm David. My name's David. You are no Goliath. You're not even close. You're just not even in that category. You're old, pot-bellied old people, out of shape, aging. That's why you meet in secret, because you know you couldn't take on men like me directly. Because if it was face-to-face, it would just be a joke. And I'm not alone. There's a lot of men like me. So there's that. And furthermore, back to the citizens, addressing the citizens again, we don't want to persecute all the Bilderbergers because there's moles inside the Bilderbergers that are actually good, wholesome people that leak the information every year to reporters like Jim Tucker. So you don't want to go in there and And we don't want to just blow up Bilderberg and just start slaughtering people. That would be perfectly inappropriate, and you'd actually harm innocent people and have innocent blood on your hands. So you don't want to do that. We want to be more like going in, subduing the bodyguards that will not cooperate, arresting them, handcuffing them, and then going in and arresting the Bilderbergs, and then identifying the moles that are actually loyal, and they need to be exonerated and honored, and build a statue for the Bilderberger that keeps leaking the information. Yeah. As far as and again, I just want to reiterate, as far as the TSA, as far as the illegal aliens, you should be pitying those people. Don't fly. I'm not flying. I'd probably, if somebody brought the TSA to Southern Nevada and they started doing it in our streets and our Walmarts, I'd probably bite out their throat. I'd probably, I'd go crazy. I'd go nuts because I have testicles. So I would react that way, and I wouldn't let somebody put their hands in my child's pants. So you're going to want to back off there, Bilderberg. I'm just letting you know, if you come to Southern Nevada and you try to put that on our streets, you're going to have crazy men on your hands. I'm not going to hold back at that point. So go ahead and keep TSA in the airports. You're going to want to back off, and it's going to go down. It's not, TSA is going to back. And see, the thing about the kingdom of Satan is it can't stand against itself. No kingdom built against itself can stand, because Bilderbergers inherently suspect one another and blackmail each other and want to kill each other and hurt each other and stomp on each other's faces. That's part of it. That's why the kingdom of hell can never stand. That's why it decays the moment it's established. You look at TSA, those people are already getting cancer, the people who work in TSA. So that tells you that it can only decay. I mean, look at Hitler. Look at Hitler. It decays from the moment the moment it runs the most hot, the most destructive is when it is internally destructing, and that's Bilderberg. You don't have to be afraid of these people. What we do need to do is become informed, work together, declare our independence, declare war on Bilderberg. Now you need to sign in the comments your declaration with mine. Okay. You need to sign with me that you, as a human being with natural rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, whatever country you're in, sign this video as a declaration of independence from Bilderberg. It's a declaration of independence. We all have to be willing to make some sacrifices. And I don't foresee myself getting in trouble for this. How can they consider me Al-Qaeda when I'm telling you I endorse everything our government does to fight terror? I support all the government institutions. I support all the government employees, and I cooperate with them fully. You people in the government, and our United States government, you people in the Secret Service, you people in the FBI and the CIA that would monitor things like this, Homeland Security, that would monitor these kinds of communications, you good people, you should be investigating Bilderberg. You of all people, who are the people who put it on the line for us every day as your career, you need to look at Bilderberg, because they're destroying your job. They're destroying what you took an oath to. I'm not Al-Qaeda. Bilderberg is Al-Qaeda. They're at the top of Al-Qaeda. They're the ones running and operating Al-Qaeda. Where do you think Al-Qaeda gets their money? Where do you think that they get their money to buy weapons? Do you think that Al-Qaeda can wipe their nose without Bilderberg telling them yay or nay and what to do and where and when? Okay, Bilderberg is the real Al-Qaeda. You need to focus your efforts on that. Not on the illegal aliens, not on the Middle East, not on U.S. citizens. We need to cooperate and focus on Bilderberg. That's the head of the beast. That's the head of the beast. Please join hands with me. I'm willing to suffer for this. I'm willing to endure persecution for this. But I'm going to resist with the fullness of my being in every righteous, legal, appropriate way. We're going to do this. We're going to pull together as human beings, as men who have found their testicles, who have found their brains, who have B&B, brains and balls to do this. We're going to pull together. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in me. There's no fear. We just need to stand firm and stand still. No fear. No fear. Dispel the fear. Pull back the curtain and see that the little man behind the curtain is nobody. It's a pot-bellied pedophile. You don't need to be afraid of him. You just need to confiscate his laptop and you have enough to put him in jail for 30 lifetimes. Okay, that's all we need to do. We can do this. We can get back to who we are. We can get our lives right with our God, with our country, and with our families. We can do that. And so please sign the declaration. Do yourself a favor. And I say this in all seriousness and solemnity, but I do it with a smile. And I'm not psycho. I'm not Al-Qaeda. I'm one of the good guys. And this is how good guys talk to each other. They talk reasonably. We just think about things. You can do this. Sign it today.